everybody, it's me, Miss You, and we're going to start off by creating a document, and we're going to call it 1.3.5, documenting a design. And we're going to call it part 1 and make sure you have your initials next to it. Then we're going to go OK. The next thing that we need to do is we need to download the files. I have 2 ways of doing it. You could, one, go to Onshape 1.3.5. As you scroll down, it will say crank arm file, and it says if you are using Onshape. Okay. The second method that I have is I prepared for you a document that outlines what we're doing, and that says Trammel Beam MK2 Step 2. And that is not my file, but it is a good one. We are going to download it, but you're just going to open it. You're not going to press. You're going to go download. Once it's downloaded, you're then going to go back to your Onshape file, and you're going to go to the plus symbol, and you're going to import it. Right at the bottom left corner, it says import. And this is the file Trammel Beam MK2. And I've tried this a few times, so it says 4 for me, but all the way down here, it goes Trammel Beam 2. It has a different name if you downloaded it from Project Lead the Way. And now I'm going to go open. I'm going to, it says import to Onshape. I'm going to import this document. That's how I'm doing it. And I'm going to go OK. And I'm going to watch it get uploaded. And it says upload in progress. It does say CAD imports, but we're waiting for the Trammel Beam part to show up, and it's there. So we know our import was successful, and that is actually a part. So we're going to open it up, and you're going to see what it looks like. It is a Vex part. Okay. And I'm going to zoom in just so you could see it better. I'm going to, just show you a little bit what it looks like. It's a Vex part, and now we're going to create a multi-view of this Vex part. We're going to go plus, and we're going to go plus, and I'm going to go create drawing, and that's a multi-view drawing. I'm going to go inches, okay, and Onshape, and we're going to go OK. Excellent. And now it's generating the preview. Okay. But that is what I'm going to import. Okay. And you see, this is what it has as my front view. It actually has the side view. So I'm going to switch it so my front view is the top view. I'm also going to, so here it is. The front view is the top view. It is also pretty small. So what I want to do is, this is my isometric view. I'm going to get my top view, and I'm going to get my right view. And you notice I left a lot of room in the middle. I'm going to get out of my projected view. I left a lot of room in the middle. If you want it a little bigger, you could change the scale that you bring it in. And as you see, it is very hard to see. By the way, I use size A paper since that's what my template is. And also that is regular printing paper. So unless you zoom in, it's pretty hard to see. So if we print this out, what we would like to do is be able to zoom in, and it's called a detailed view. And so I'm going to select the detailed view, and it's called A. I didn't call it anything else. And wherever I have it, the dot, as you see, the center point, that is going to be the center. Since they want me to have at least 3 holes, I'm going to put the center on the second one, and I'm going to move out, and there is a large circle, and that circle is the zoomed view. And now let me do that one more time. Somehow it did not work the way I wanted. So I'm going to detailed view. I'm going to select a point, and I'm going to draw a circle. And that is my detailed view. All right, 3 times a charm. I'm going to select detailed view again. I had something hidden that I paused. It was underneath my vex part, so I just removed it. And I'm going to go to my middle circle, and I'm going to pull out. I'm going to get a larger circle, and that is going to be my detailed view. But before I do anything, I want to change it. I want to do a 2. I'm going to change my detailed view. 1-to-1 scale is not good enough. So I'm going to go in, and I'm going to change it to a 2-to-1. See if it makes it bigger, and it does. And I think a 2-to-1 is probably large enough. Check. Okay. So as you see, it says detail A, and this is detail A. I'm going to move it over here so it's out of the way. And I'm going to now start dimensioning it. So I'm going to select dimension. It says first I'm going to do the overall dimensions. Since the ends are round, I'm going to go from end circle to circle, and I have 4.5 inches. And now I'm going to do the overall width, which happens to also be twice the radius. Of course, it's the diameter, but doing the diameter, the outside diameter, would work as well for the overall width. So I'm touching it, and I have a radius of 2.44. And the next I'm going to do the depth, which is the thickness. I'm going to do the thickness of it, or the depth, and I have 2.4 inches. And it would be helpful to have the midpoint depth. So I'm going to go from here to here, and it's 1.2 inches. Okay, so this is what we're looking so far. But as you see, to get these very intricate measurements, what we need to do is the detailed view. So let's start measuring them. So I have the inside radius, the outside radius. I'm going to do the inside. Okay. I'm also going to do the thickness. And I have that as 0.38. I'm going to do the spacing between the two V's, 1, 1, and 2. And I have that as 0.511. Okay. And if you downloaded the file from my document versus downloading it from Project Lead the Way, I believe the Project Lead the Way measurements are a little bit better, but they're all approximately the same. Let's do the height of the I-beam. So we have the height difference from here to here. I have that as 0.34. Okay. So it dips 0.34. And we could get the distance between here and I'm going to escape on that one. I'm going to do some center point measurements. So I'm going to take the center point. There I go. I have my 3 center points, and that will allow me to, it would have allowed me to accurately go between the circles, and that should also be 0.5. And that's 0.5. And now I'm going to delete this measurement, which is 0.511, and that's because I couldn't get it accurate enough. So now, we're just going to continue doing the measurements, as should you, and the measurements should be very similar to the example that I gave you. The inner circle is 0.165. I'm going to do a couple of radii measurements over here. I think it's a radius dimension, but it showed up as a line. No, there it is. So I switched it to radii, and I'm zooming in some more. And I have another radius of 0.8. Those are for the little curves. I'm going to go back to my regular dimension. I'm now going to measure the distance between the dip and I believe the center, and that should be 0.25, and here it measures 0.256. probably my accuracy was not great. I don't like the position of this number. 0.38, it should not go through the lines. So, but I have most of the measurements that they have. So I'm going to continue the width of the middle line. I'm going to move it all the way down where there's fewer numbers. I have 0.48. .048. That is the width of the lines.